Week 6 kicked off with the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Broncos. KC won 19-8, improving to 5-1, but it wasn't pretty. Chiefs were held to just one touchdown on a pass by Patrick Mahomes to Kadarius Toney. Mahomes finished the game with 306 passing yards and 31 yards on the ground. Travis Kelce, the leading receiver, with 9 catches, 424 yards. Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson went 13 of 22 for 95 yards and 1 touchdown. Wilson pressured all night, sacked 4 times, and threw 2 interceptions. Denver pass rusher Frank Clark absent for Thursday's game with an illness. Mike Garafolo reported earlier in the day Clark agreed to take a pay cut. Elsewhere in the NFL, Cowboys linebacker Leighton Vander Esch headed to injured reserve after suffering a neck injury Week 5 against the 49ers. Next up in Week 6, it's the Ravens versus Titans, live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exclusively on NFL Network. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
It is 7:31 in the morning. It's a Friday morning. You know, it's Friday 13th, Gene?
Do I have Friday the 13th?
Did you know it was?
Oh, I did.
You have your clovers and all that other stuff?
Yeah, what we were talking about, clovers. Oh, yeah, oranges with cloves in them.
Anything that'll bring you luck.
Yeah, we used to make those. Carol and I were talking about that.
You and Carol used to make those?
Yeah, we used to make them as kids. They take an orange and put cloves, like cinnamon cloves, in there, and it was a way to refresh the air in your house.
There you go, and keep away all the nasties.
Yeah.
I'm not that suspicious myself, so we don't want to have that conversation because I'll insult somebody's superstition. I was one of those kids that like to walk under the ladders on purpose and chase black cats around.
Yeah. Well, did you do that?
Well, I haven't been that lucky in life, so apparently it wasn't a good thing to do. Anyway, you have any plans for this weekend?
I haven't finalized, but everybody's talking about the flag football, the girls' flag football.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if they have any more games. I'm sure they do.
Well, the last one was on a Tuesday. That's the one we broadcast.
Right. And the broadcasting was just one time. But
was that a special schedule, or do they play on Tuesdays?
I don't know. I'd like
we'll have to get
find
Carol
out.
Buckley in here. Carol knows all that stuff.
He may. I think he and I even talked about it.
Well, there you go. So everybody already knows. Anyway, yeah. No plans with your good buddy Ronald McDonald?
Ronald McDonald? No, I didn't want it. That guy, he moves like all over the place. But he did say hello.
to everybody. He did quite a few times.
And he did. No, he did. He's a character.
He is. And he is the West Coast Ronald McDonald. He is the only one. I don't think people realize that. They see him and they see this tall guy dressed up like Ronald McDonald, and they don't realize that he is the Ronald McDonald.
And just a nice guy.
Yeah. I know he's a good buddy of yours, and I met him a couple of times.
Yeah, you've had. I think he's come in here.
Yeah, well, that's where I met him. He had to come here because I don't know where he lives.
Yeah, well, it's a secret.
I'm not. I don't have the pull that Gene Brister does.
Yeah, he just can't tell you those kind of things.
No, because he would have all his little kids invading his home.
Yes, they would be running around all over the place.
And I don't think that would be the problem. It would be the wacky adults.
Yeah.
Anyway, how do we do on the? Do we have any idea?
We don't have final tally yet, but the word is we did real well.
Good, because I noticed there was a lot of groups out there.
There were.
That we had. I think that I don't know what the numbers are, but we may have had a record intersection coverage.
Well, I'm hoping, like every year, that it takes a little bit of time, but that they will give us a heads up.
Yeah, well, and that's a good thing, because the longer it takes them to count it means the more they have to count.
Yeah, that's right, and they can practice their math.
Hopefully they practiced beforehand.
Yeah, one.
Well, knowing those guys over there at Ronald McDonald, he probably had everybody sitting down doing classes on how to.
That guy, yes.
he's a real good chief of the McDonald's house.
Yes.
He's a fun guy, but he is a business guy. Yeah. He knows what he's doing. Anyway, we got birthdays. You ready for some birthdays?
I'm ready.
Paul Simon. Everybody's heard of Paul Simon. 82 years old today. So just in case you didn't want to feel old, Paul Simon is 82. Keyboardist Robert Lamb with Chicago, he's 79. Actor Damon Wilson, you know him?
I do.
It's Sanford and Son. He was the son. He is 77. Sammy Hagar, he can't drive 55, but even though he's 76 years old. And singer John Ford Coley of England Dan and John Ford. He is 75 today. John Lone of Rush Hour 2 is 71. That doesn't ring a bell to me. But anyway, Jackie Chan and that other guy kind of dominated that. Singer, actor, talk show host Marie Osmond is 64. I think she's a weight loss lady now.
Boy, and how?
Is she? That's all I ever see her do is hustling the weight loss foods. Anyway, but she lost 50 pounds, you know.
Yeah, I think she laughs all the way to the bank.
Yeah, she does. I'm sure she makes a good living out of that. Actor Kaya Crystal Kama. That's so Raven. He's 61 today. Actor Christopher Judge of Stargate's SG-1 is 59. Actor Matt Walsh of Veep that's a funny show. He's 59. Reginald Ballard of Martin and the Bernie Mac Show is 58. Kate Walsh of Private Practice and Grey's Anatomy. Apparently she's very serious. She's 56. That's who do we have? Tisha Campbell, Martin. She was in My Wife and Kids and in the Martin Show. She's 55. And what we have? Sacha Baron Cohen. He's Borat. He's 58. He's a very irritating fellow. Keely Sanchez was in Lost. She's 47. And Caleb McLaughlin. He's the last one. Stranger Things. 22 years old, just a child.
Just a mere child.
Just a little bit. We got some local people coming up next.
All right.
Celebrate life. It's a free event open to the entire community. Set in a carnival-like atmosphere with lots of games, candy, live music, mechanical bull, bounce houses, food, and more. Come and enjoy the light on Sunday, October 29th from 5 till 8 p.m. It's outside in the parking lot of First Christian Church, located at 450 South Waterman Avenue, El Centro. For more information, contact Pastor Mark Jones, 760-352-8300. Dress in your Western wear.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Becky Alanis Mark Jacob Jr., Esmeralda Robles, Laura Arellano, Eduardo Cardenas, Eduardo Carrillo, Marian Moe, Michael Duran, Stephanie Boatwell, Tina Allen, Francisca Alaniz, and Noel Moreno. Happy birthday to each and every one. And Gene, we're going to have to call Yuma now and wish Becky a happy birthday.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, I noticed the key word, we're going to have to call her collect.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, well, she probably makes more money than we do. Anyway, we have a wedding anniversary to add on to all of that.
It's yours?
No, Maria and Marco celebrating their 39th wedding anniversary.
Okay.
So he called in a little bit late, but we got him there.
That's all right. We'll just send him an extra bill.
Maria and Marco. I bet you know what their favorite candy is.
Oh.
Got to be M&M's.
M&M's. Huh?
Maria and Marco, the two M's. Anyway, wish them well. We've got news and stuff to get into. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready. We got lots.
Got lots.
The tradition continues. High school football on AM 1230 KXO. John Dripple and Carol Buckley will be on the air with the best Friday night matchups. High school football on KXO AM 1230 is brought to you by
the CB Stop at Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, the Broken Yoke Restaurant, Southwest Security Services, and Stan's Auto Body, taking pride on fixing your car right.
And your World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News special report. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is in Tel Aviv this morning, where he's just accused Hamas fighters of taking evil to another level from Islamic jihadists. Austin pledging ironclad support for Israel in the 7-day-old war after a meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Hamas does not speak for the Palestinian people or their legitimate hopes for dignity, security, and statehood and peace alongside Israel.
The UN is urging Israel to rescind a new order for a mass evacuation of northern Gaza ahead of a presumed ground invasion. The BBC's Tom Bateman.
Clearly, it is completely impossible for 1.1 million people to move and leave their homes within that period of time. You'd be talking about 40,000 people per hour.
UNICEF says 447 children have been killed in Gaza over the past week. Total death toll in the war tops 2,800. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. We still don't know who it is, but someone in Fraser Park in Kern County bought a lottery ticket this week that's worth up to $1.75 billion.
Whoever has that needs to keep it extraordinarily safe and bring that forward to us.
The family-owned convenience store gets a cool $1 million for selling the winning ticket. The owner's saying he'll use the money to put his kids through college and maybe take a vacation. Holder of the winning ticket has a year to come forward. Governor Gavin Newsom signing a couple of bills aimed at funding reform of the state's Mental Health Services Act. In Sacramento, he says thousands of treatment beds will be created for outpatient care.
Today marks a powerful and important milestone that we are moving beyond identifying issues, but to a paradigm shift to begin the process of being accountable to solve them.
General Hospital shut down a year ago and will be converted into a mental health treatment and recuperation village. Gas prices down another 4 cents overnight to $5.67 a gallon, down 20 cents from last week. Jeff Scott, California News.
And the World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair or replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Dr. Marcus, please report to pharmacy. There's an issue affecting many children that I can't solve alone. It's called toxic stress. It's how a child's body responds to difficult experiences, from harsh language to a painful loss. It builds up inside, making it harder to fight off infections and illnesses, and increasing the risk for lasting health issues. But there are steps parents can take to help. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
And it is time for page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive and at the Imperial Valley Mall. With page 1 of the local news, here's Gene Brister.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Friday morning, a desert rescue took place in the Yuma area. George Gale filed this story.
A man was rescued by the Yuma County Sheriff's deputies on Wednesday. The man apparently walked into the desert in the area of Telegraph Pass, east of Yuma. The man told his son, who stayed in their vehicle, that he would be back in about 10 minutes. After 2 hours passed, the son notified the Yuma County Sheriff's Office that the man was missing. Sheriff's Office search and rescue canvassed the area with the assistance from a helicopter. The man was located after about a 2-hour search. He was reported in good health. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, a tour of the Lithium Valley that was co-hosted by the County of Imperial and the IID took place this week. In other news of that item, it took place on Wednesday. It was part of the California Economic Summit. The tour kicked off the summit. It brought together a dynamic group of individuals from various sectors, including government, academia, and private businesses, to engage in dialogues, exchange innovative ideas, and forge forward-thinking partnerships that promise to shape the future of the valley and beyond. The tour included the Hudson Ranch Energy Project, controlled thermal resources, Hell's Kitchen Lithium and Power Project, and the Salton Sea Conservation Habitat Project. KXO News Time is 7:45.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
Well, a reservoir dedication took place. The new Lloyd Allen Water Conservation Operational Reservoir. It was formally dedicated on Wednesday. George Gale has more on the story.
The Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors conducted a formal dedication of its newest conservation and operational reservoir located just east of Calipatria. It was named after longtime Division III Director Lloyd Allen. The reservoir is expected to help IID conserve 400 acre-feet of water a year and features a storage capacity of 40 acre-feet. It also aids the district's popular on-farm efficiency conservation program by providing improved water delivery service and flexibility to growers and IID water delivery staff in the valley's north end. Director Lloyd Allen was a Calipatria resident serving 5 terms on the IID Board of Directors, providing a direction during numerous negotiations resulting in such agreements as the 1988 Water Conservation Pact with the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California and the 2003 Quantification Settlement Agreement and the IID San Diego County Water Authority Transfer Program, which were signed 20 years ago this month. Allen was considered a tireless champion of Imperial Valley's water rights. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And that concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news has been a service of El Centro of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the goal, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And it's on to page 2 of the local news with page 2. Here again is Gene.
October, it's a National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. George Gale explains.
Well, I think you got that one, Gene.
You know what? I will take it.
It's all yours.
You can be a hero for the cause. This is the theme for the second festival against domestic violence. It'll be held on October 21st on the Imperial County Superior Court grounds, 939 Main Street in El Centro. Attendees are encouraged to dress as your favorite superhero. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman will be at the event. They will also feature free family games, food, trucks, vendors, booths, and entertainment. The event will run from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. It's being hosted by Winter Haven, a center for Womanhaven is actually the word, and it's a center for family solutions. Community benefit grant program is coming up. George Gale had the story.
I do. It's right here. The action was taken at this week's County Board of Supervisors meeting. Close to $150,000 was granted under the Imperial County Community Benefit Grant Program. Among the grant recipients were the Holtville Takedown Club. Their grant totaled $11,500 to be used for wrestling mats and other training equipment. Kxo Fire Department received a $25,000 grant to update old and expired equipment, and the Kxo Neighborhood House received $8,782 to fund the organization's plan for an after-school children's center. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
SBA offering disaster assistance. It is for businesses and residents affected by the tropical storm Hillary. Low-interest federal disaster loans are available for those affected by the storm that occurred August 19th through the 21st. Small Business Administration declared a disaster after receiving a request from the governor's office. The disaster declaration makes SBA assistance available in Imperial, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, and San Diego counties in California and in La Paz County in Arizona. The download an application, you can go to disasterloanassistance.sba.gov/. For more information, call the SBA Customer Service Center. The deadline to apply for property damage is November the 21st. The deadline to apply for economic injury is June 24th of 2024. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
In America, the future belongs to everyone, so we engineered the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150, available with a Pro Power onboard generator and a variety of cab configurations for whatever you need to haul. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's for America. Ford F-150. Drive one today. Come in now for a huge selection of vehicles, like the 2023 Ford F-150 with 0.9% APR limited term financing, only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 0.9% APR financing for 36 months at $28.16 per month per thousand financed, regardless of down payment. Payments may vary. Dealers determine price. Residency restrictions apply. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 10/31/2023. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
All offers valid at Imperial County Ford dealers.
And here's George Gale with the weather update.
The high temperature yesterday, 88 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 60. The National Weather Service says we can expect mostly sunny skies today. Highs right near 88. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy tonight and then gradually becoming clear with the overnight lows around 61. West winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny skies, highs right near 91. West winds at around 5 miles per hour. Clear skies Saturday night. Overnight lows around 65. West and northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday. Highs right near 95. North and northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows around 67. Monday, sunny skies. Highs right near 99. North and northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now, we're looking at 57 degrees, 41% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is moderate in Calexico and Nyland. Air quality is good for the rest of the region.
Friday night is football night. Join Mickey Dale and George Grahava for all the Imperial Tiger football games. Streaming live on KXORadio.com. Imperial Tiger football is brought to you by
Imperial Tiger Football Association, El Serape Mexican Food Restaurant in Imperial Valley College, the #1 community college in the nation, and Johnny's Burrito in El Centro, Brawley and Imperial.
And it is now time for the Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. High school football tonight. It's Friday night. Calexico takes on Southwest. Carol Buckley and John Dripple will call the action on KXO AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. On the Imperial Tigers, they'll be taking on Brawley. Mickey Dale and George Grihava will call the action on KXORadio.com. Also tonight, Hopeville takes on Palo Verde. Calapat goes against Vincent Memorial, and Central goes nowhere. They have the bye. And the baseball, the Phillies beat Atlanta 3-1. That means the Phillies advance. Atlanta goes home for the second time in 2 years. The Phillies did it to them both times. Atlanta had the best record in baseball, but they're not moving on. Championship Series starts on Sunday. It'll be the Rangers and the Astros in the American League Championship Series Game 1 on Sunday. Monday, the National League Championship Series begins. Diamondbacks taking on the Phillies, and the Game 2 of the American League Championship Series, Rangers and the Astros, will be played on Monday as well. We'll have more in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And quickly in the NFL, it was the Chiefs over the Broncos, 19-8. Sunday, it'll be the Patriots at the Raiders. That'll be the afternoon game on FM 107.5 Sunday afternoon. You'll hear that one on FM 107.5, the Raiders station for the Imperial Valley. On Sunday night football, Giants take on the Bills. Monday night, the Cowboys at the Chargers. Both of those games will be on KXO AM 1230. That's your Sports World Roundup. Real quick, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And we've got your financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. Stocks rose this morning as traders poured through major bank earnings and Treasury yields pulled back. Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed to 248 points, or 0.7%. S&P 500 gained 0.4%, and the NASDAQ Composite advanced 0.1%. Stocks also got a boost as the U.S. Treasury yields declined. The yield on the 10-year Treasury was down by over 11 basis points at 4,598%. The 2-year Treasury, the Treasury yield was nearly 5 basis points lower at 5.02%. Yields and prices have an inverted relationship. Got your weather coming up next.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The high temperature yesterday, 88 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 60. The National Weather Service says we can expect mostly sunny skies today. Highs right near 88. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy tonight and then gradually becoming clear with the overnight lows around 61. West winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny skies, highs right near 91, west winds at around 5 miles per hour. Clear skies Saturday night, overnight lows around 65, west and northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday, highs right near 95, north and northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies, overnight lows around 67. Monday, sunny skies, highs right near 99, north and northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. And the financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They also offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. It's 8 o'clock at KXO El Centro, California.
I'm Steve Kafin. Anger in Gaza under fire as Israel responds to the Hamas attack. And CBS's Robert Berger tells us from Jerusalem.
Israel's called on residents of northern Gaza, which includes heavily populated Gaza City, to leave their homes, and that probably signals a massive Israeli assault on the area. But even the UN says it's impossible for 1 million people to leave. There's no transportation. There's little food and water. And these Palestinians really don't have any place to go because Israel and Egypt have closed their borders.
The latest U.S. show of support for Israel in Tel Aviv, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin.
The United States has Israel's back, and that is not negotiable. And it never will be.
Today, President Biden meets in a video conference with relatives of Americans who are believed to be among those held captive by Hamas. 14 are missing. At least 27 U.S. citizens have been killed. More than 2,800 have died in Israel and Gaza since last weekend. CBS's Scott McFarlane is on Capitol Hill covering the struggle over who will be the next Speaker of the House.
A mix of anger, frustration, and exhaustion in the Capitol this morning. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise recognized there were too many defections in his own party, and he quit the race. And there's so much acrimony and division after the historic booting of Kevin McCarthy last week. It's unclear who can win the necessary 217 votes to be the next Speaker.
Ohio's Jim Jordan now says he's back in the running. A tentative deal's been struck to avoid a further job action by healthcare workers at Kaiser Permanente. 75,000 went on strike for a few days last week. No end to the auto workers' strike, and this morning UAW Chief Shawn Fain said,
"Today we're not announcing expansion of our strike, but we are prepared at any time to call on more locals to stand up and walk out."
Ford is recalling more than 238,000 Explorers because a rear axle bolt can fail, possibly causing a loss of drive power or allowing the SUVs to roll away while in park. Overseas in northern France, a teacher was killed in a knife attack at a school, as we hear from Paris correspondent Elaine Cobb.
A man wielding a knife killed a high school teacher who tried to stop him entering the building. 2 other people were seriously injured. Local officials in northern France say the assailant was a former student of Chechen origin. He is in police custody. A terror investigation has been opened.
A NASA spacecraft launched this morning in Florida on a 6-year mission to an asteroid made of metal. The Dow is up 40. This is CBS News.
You need to hire? Indeed is with you every step of the way, helping you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right. Get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
President Biden goes to Philadelphia today with an economic message.
Bidenomics. It's the process of growing the economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not from the top down. And White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says it will be the focus of the president's trip.
He's going to continue to talk about what he's doing to bring back manufacturing.
As for whether it is appropriate for the president to leave the White House and go to Philadelphia as the war rages on in Israel,
the president has to do multiple things at once.
The visit follows recent economic reports that Mr. Biden says show Bidenomics is working. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
The International Olympic Committee cites concerns about the effects of climate change for its plan to pick 2 Winter Olympic host cities in July for 2030 and 34. Salt Lake City is in play for the 2034 edition. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba, please be done. Over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Gentlemen, I would like to introduce
George Gale.
I got style, I'm cultured, I'm sophisticated.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230 KXO.